There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's the middle of January. Hello, all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. So last time, we explored the streets of Windhelm, and we did a little bit of non-story stuff, one of those things that I just like to do once in a while. And today, we are fast-traveling to Whiterun, and everybody is out and about, including all the little kids, even though it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And we are going to go and carry out our mad plan to catch a dragon in the Jarl's house. So, Dragon's Reach can be found up at the top of the hill, as it usually can. And, let's see, alright, the crazy old religious guy is still trying to evangelize. We're gonna go and ignore him, and I'm gonna come up the stairs. Why am I not running? Run in the special edition is like a toggle. At least there's a setting for run as a toggle, and it's on by default. Unlike in the original game where you had to actually keep your finger down on the run button if you wanted to run. So sometimes if I like tap the shift key when I'm running around, I'll like toggle and untoggle it, and it'll be disabled when I think it shouldn't be. Aerolith, you got anything to say about all this?
I don't know how you talk the Jarl into this plan of yours.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know either. Alright. So, the Jarl cannot be found outside right now because it is 1 o'clock in the morning. He is going to be asleep where he belongs. So, we haven't been in here yet, but if you come out on the left side of Dragon's Reach on the upper floor, this is the Dragon's Reach Jarl's quarters where the Jarl and his family actually, like, live.
Right behind you.
Hi! When they're not doing important administrative stuff. And if we come up the stairs, Jarl Balagruff can be found, I think, through here. And he is indeed going to be asleep. Before I talk to him, let's go and take this unusual gem. So that's going to be the third unusual gem that I need for the No Stone Unturned quest, which I haven't officially started, apparently, because I'm not a full member of the Thieves Guild. There's what, 24 of those in the game. It is kind of the grand fetch quest of Skyrim. There's a couple other fetch quests in Skyrim, but that's probably the biggest and / most annoying one. We'll get to that when we get to that. You're all Balagruff the Greater.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word.
Let's see. Can ask a little bit more about Dragon's Reach at this moment, apparently. And you're gonna get out of bed, and I'm gonna be staring at your belt, which is a little bit weird. Alright, let's try and reset the cutscene camera here.
As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
The great chains are oiled. Sounds something like that Argus Filch perhaps would say. For putting students into detention with.
Now that it's upon us, I'm rather looking forward to the challenge. I'll be famouser than Olaf One-Eye.
Oh wait, that was the wrong dialogue response. Also, I'm glad to see you got your priorities in the right place. Let's do this.
Men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Alright, that's gonna be a lot of fun. You apparently decided to go to sleep in your full battle regalia, which, I don't know, everyone's got their own sleeping preferences, you do you. Let's run outside and we can head into the back room, finally. Aerolith is also going to be joining us. We can close... Skyrim, why are you like this? We can open the door. And here we have a rather large cavernous room. I'm going to go and cast a little candlelight so that I can see a little better. And we can see that this is definitely the sort of size and shape that you would expect a room that was built to house a captive dragon might be. Let's see. So we can stand on the back porch here, and we can see basically the awkward, minimal lot of Skyrim in its full glory. I really need to see if I can find like a mod or something that just pushes out Skyrim's draw distance or Skyrim's law distance just a little bit. It's definitely, there are vistas in this game which look better and some which look worse, and this is definitely not one of the ones that look better. So, let me go into my shouts menu, and if I've already apparently got the Call Dragon shout equipped. And if we use that, we're just going to, Did you not hear me, sir? It's gonna take a minute. It's gotta fly over. Who knows where it's gonna spawn in from. The quest marker is gonna start off in that direction, and if we, wait a moment. Hello, dragon. Boink. Goodbye. That's what it feels like to be a mouse when you live in the same habitat range as the bald eagle or something like that. Alright, so Odahviing is going to fight. We have got ourselves another dragon fight that we've got to do. I'm going to go, and I don't know if Odahviing is also resistant to fire or not, but I'm going to go and just shoot fire at him. And we can, you know what, should I probably make use of some of my other spells? I have not really been making use of some of my other spells. I'm going to bring up a Conjuration, Atronach. I'm going to, when I have an opportunity to, use Stone Flesh, but I'm going to need some more Magicka for that, I think. And also, you know what? I kind of feel like, I forgot that this was in my inventory for a while, but I kind of feel like I'm going to be using the Staff of Lightning Bolts for a bit. I should probably favorite that, too. Alright. Yeah, here you are. Gonna go and zap you just a couple times. I can't, I still don't have enough Magicka to use Stone Flesh again. So I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Where did you go? The quest marker is pointing over there. I guess I could use Dragon Rend on you so that you're forced to land. Alright, here comes the dragon fighting music. Let's go and use Dragon Rend, and that's not the shout key. There's the shout key. Alright, we're gonna do that, and you're gonna try and take off, and I guess fail to take off because you're I don't know, a little bit heavier, wings are sore, that sort of thing. When you make it down below a certain level of health, you will start to charge forward. And when you do that, are you gonna continue that line of thought? I still don't have enough Magicka for Stone Flesh. Alright, there goes my Atronach. It's gonna blow up in a fiery explosion in a minute. Come on, Odahviing. You'll notice that your health kind of regenerated, and that kind of indicates the second phase of the fight. Now we can do this. That'll be insurance against the dragon bite, I guess. Odahviing, you're not cooperating. This way. I need to lure you into the like the big house room thing. Or you can just go after Lydia. That's fine too. Alright, you can come this way. I can stop being on fire. If I had a potion of resistance to fire, that would be kind of nice. But let's go and go keep downing those health potions. I'm gonna just retreat, and the trap is gonna come down, and you surprise your neck survived that. That was wow. All right, not the place where I would want to take a blunt force like that.
Orvuta med Kodav, caught like a bear in a trap. Zokfrini grin kogra drunviki Dovahkiin. Ah, I forget. You do not have the Dova speech. My eagerness to meet you in battle was my undoing, Dovahkiin. I salute your, low cunning in devising such a Gramindol stratagem.
Oh, am I not close enough to continue though? There we go. Don't know what that was about.
You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renigvaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
I have opinions about that voice line, and like, to be clear, this is a stupid thing to have opinions about, right? But there clearly isn't like a pronunciation guide for the Skyrim dragon language, and I highly doubt when they were having the voice actors deliver their lines, they like gave them a pronunciation guide or anything like that. There are a few different ways that the various dragons in this game and some of the other characters in the game pronounce words in the Skyrim dragon language, and Mae just stands out as particularly weird to me. So May, M-E-Y, means fool, and in the Skyrim dragon language, you pluralize a noun by doubling the last letter and adding an E. So May would turn into Maya, and I think Parthenax pronounces it like that, like Maya, not Maye. And that I tend to go with the important characters Alduin Parthenax as like the official pronunciation of these Draken words, and Odahviing just messing it up like that just bothers me far more than it really should. Anyway, that rent has apparently outlasted the duration of the dialogue timer. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna try not to be weird about this. I'm gonna have to go through this dialogue tree again, aren't I?
No doubt. Many among ourselves, of course.
Alright, here we go.
Slod Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesur, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove lavarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
I'm not going to be weird about this. I'm not going to be weird about this. Silesur is also another bit of a enigmatic pronunciation of Odahviing right here. He's got a couple in his dialogue tree with you. Anyway, we can let you go, not until Alduin is defeated, or if you promise to serve me. Don't love either of these two options. That's not very nice, but this one seems less harsh.
Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Unikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Alright. That was a productive conversation. For a slightly less productive conversation, Farengar is going to walk in and we can watch their little interaction right now. Let's see. Gonna turn on a light here. I don't think I've got any torches in my inventory left, so I'm just gonna use this. See what Farengar is gonna get up to.
Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself. Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales, or a small amount of blood.
To me, what are you doing back there?
You having fun over there, Farengar?
Farengar, enough, fool!
Yo, Balagriff tells him to knock it off. Alright. That should not be as funny as it is. So, this is a bit of a point of no return, not a permanent one, but this is going to lead us on to the end of the game, and you can't come back from it until either, one, you use console commands to teleport back to Whiterun or something like that, or two, you finish the game. And I'm going to go off and do some preparations. So, let's see. What do I want to do first? So, I've been saying that to buff my magical capabilities, I've been looking at enchantments in the form of things like destruction spells costing 5% less to cast, destruction spells costing 12% less to cast, some things like that. Most of the equipment that I have isn't, like, great at this point. I enchanted a lot of this back a while ago before I really had anything that was very interesting. Particularly the leather armor, I feel like I could put a better enchantment on that right now, especially considering that my, where is it, enchanting level, I've gone and dumped a bunch of perks into this. So I think I can make a slightly stronger enchantment with that. At least if I had a soul gem of a sufficient power level, which I don't think I do. Yeah, these are empty. So there's a couple things we can do about that. One, I can just go run off somewhere else in Skyrim and fight some other stuff and pick up some other soul gems. Because it is an open world game, you are allowed to do that. I don't really feel like doing that right now. I want to play this in a more or less linear way, at least for the early parts of the game. So I think what I'll do is... Where is Farengar? Is he asleep? Because it is like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning now. Farengar lives back here. And he went and stole some scales and blood and then just went straight off to sleep. Can I go and just, like, buy a grand soul gem that's been filled or two or something like that?
You'll appreciate this.
Alright, that's expensive. I'm gonna have to negotiate a little bit here. The Varla stone is interesting. That is basically a permanent soul gem. You can use it, you can fill it with a soul, and you can reuse it. I think I will sell that. They are items that were added via Anniversary Edition content for free. And you can find them elsewhere in the game. I think they'll become a little bit more common as... yeah, I might use these later. I think they'll become a little bit more common as we explore at a higher level. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna do some
You know, if you've got the
gonna go do some inventory management real fast. Do dragons like breath attacks count as magic? I feel like it does for the purpose of potions of resist magic. Let me just go and create some potions of resist magic. Probably not a terrible thing to have. Wait, what? A hardy Nord? Do I look like a Nord, miss? Gotta get your eyes checked. Alright, anyway, now I should have enough money to buy. I did not mean to do that. Well, I mean, I'll be filling out that miscellaneous objective in a couple of seconds, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to go and buy a Grand Soul Gem filled with the Grand Soul, which I still don't have enough money for, because I thought it was 1,300. Alright, so after a little bit of really fussing around with selling items and whatnot, I have got some new armor, which can be enchanted afresh, and I've also got enough gold to go and buy one of these here Grand Soul Gems. Should be enough to put a fairly interesting enchantment on at least one item. So if I go and... I don't have anything to disenchant, right? Yeah, I sold pretty much everything that I don't immediately want. So I've gone and crafted some new leather armor, leather boots, and leather bracers. And I can put some new enchantments on those. So let me go and use the Grand Soul Gem, and I should be able to put another Fortify Destruction, so another 13% off on my destruction spells on my leather armor. I'm thinking it might, since I've already got a bunch of buffs to my destruction, it might not also be a bad idea to have a Fortify Conjuration, because I do plan on conjuring an Atronach once in a while. And there will be some need for this. Also, Soul Trap isn't cheap either, and I want to get back to actually doing that. I haven't really been... It's been slipping my mind a lot recently. I haven't really been soul trapping things, but I should definitely get back to doing that, because having soul gems on hand for enchanting or otherwise isn't a bad thing to have. So I think... Alright. I think what I will do is I'll go and put on my armor Fortify Conjuration. So 13% off. That'll be about 10 to 15 points of magicka each time I use one of those spells. It's going to be this. And just for funsies, I can also enchant the boots and bracers with something. I had Fortify Carryway on those. And I guess I'll put that back. I was just kind of wondering if there was anything else I could put on them that would be useful. But it looks like there isn't really much at the moment. If I had a enchantment to Fortify Stealth, I'm sure I could use that here. Anyway. I guess we'll just, I said I wanted to avoid grinding enchanting experience, but I guess we'll, kind of sort of be doing that. Not really on purpose, but all the same. So, I'm down to 83 carry weight out of 313, which I think is less than I've been carrying around since basically the beginning of the game. I've got pretty much everything that I plan on doing now. Lydia, if your follower has anything that you would like to take, you should probably take it from them now. I think the only thing Lydia has right now is the stuff that she's equipped, which I don't really need. Oh, she's got a torch, which I guess I could take, but I'm not going to. You can have your torch. The place that we're going to head off to is going to be a no-follower zone, so we're going to be on our own for a couple of videos, so you'd better say your goodbyes and or notify your next of kin, because we are going to head through this door. We are going to walk up to the guy who's in a bit of a bind here. Massive nostrils the size of my whole face. Can I talk to you or not? I can't talk to you. Oh, I have to go up and talk to the guards. Can I talk to you all, Balgruff? What do you have to say about this?
You'll be the toast of Whiterun for this.
You don't have any dialogue options in response to what just happened. That's interesting. Let's go up here, and we can go and...
I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, me neither. Now let's let it go.
You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Hey.
Oops.
When you make up your mind, just let me know. I'll be here.
You are way too cheery about that. That was definitely an accident. I definitely meant to click on the first one.
Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready for the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
By all the gods.
Was nu? Dini dein Ruthi Astval. Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
I really want to use this as a thumbnail or something.
Zuk Brit Oth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, mu bo kotin stinselok. This is as far as I can take you. Griffboth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
Alright. This is Skildafen, and this is where we're going to leave it off here. Next time, in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, we are going to be venturing forth into this fairly large ancient Nordic ruin, and we're going to be making our way towards the final boss fight of the game. My name is Dragonite. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.